It's your girl D Nice, and we're back in the building.
Hey guys, your favorite. I know you just love to see me. Money here, live in the flesh. Welcome back.
We're back and we're bald.
Guys,
we're back and we're bald.
Summer is coming.
It's actually tomorrow. Okay, no, but it feels like it, right?
Listen, so I was about to say technically summer is today because it's hot as fuck outside.
It's 80 degrees today, like for real.
So the hair gotta go, okay?
And it's not coming back. I'm sorry.
It's an annual thing.
Sorry,
every summer, the hair got to go,
mm-hmm.
and the curls come out, and the color comes in as well. You know, I don't have an actual color, but we'll call it orange. We'll just say it's orange.
I'm a flamingo.
I was gonna say watermelon, but that might be racially motivated. So please, never mind.
I love a good watermelon.
Well.
Porch monkey. Oh, sorry.
I beg your pardon. On Black History Month is crazy.
It's been a few days since Black History Month.
She wilding for that one. I can't. Not to say that. To say that right here where people can see is crazy. Hey, cancel culture, please. It's just a little jokey joke. We black. We can say that.
We can say it.
We can say that. No,
all right, you guys. But we want to get into something really quick because, you know, we're trying to be, what is that word? What is it? We're trying to be productive, you know. We're trying to be productive and make it to our EPs on time. But people don't want to see us do good. They don't want us to be great. I almost got killed twice on my way over here. Literally. Like, they, and I say they, one was an older lady, very old. I don't even understand why do they give or allow people to drive at such an old age, because how do you not see me? I'm right on this. Matter of fact, we both was in a turning lane. We're both in a turning lane at the light. We turn and she wants to ram into my car because she wants to get over. Did you not see me when we were sitting at the light? And if you didn't see me, I know you heard me because I don't know how to keep my volume under 40. So you heard me. and you still wanted to end my life. It's because I'm black.
Racial motivation again. And you know what's crazy? That's actually how I got into my last fender bender with the Ford when I had the side right there. Literally sitting in the turn lane, by the way, going 0 miles per hour. And oh my God, I'm triggered. I'm triggered all over again. It's like it just happened. I'm literally sitting in the inside turning lane and I'm not going, I haven't even started going anywhere because the light just turned green and there's still cars in front of me. This mofo, okay, in a freaking, I don't even know what the kind of car it was. It was a rental and it wasn't his. And actually, he wasn't even the motherfucker who rented the car, by the way. He gonna sit there and just turn into me like I wasn't just sitting right there waiting for my turn to go. And then when it was time for us to chalk it up about it, he gonna sit there and make it seem like I was the fucking problem. Like, sir, I wasn't even going. I was not going. I was literally going. I was not going. I wasn't. It was 0 miles per hour on my fucking dash. Like, what do you mean you looking at me like I'm the problem? How? And then listen, this can tie into another conversation because don't get me fucking started on insurance, okay? Then I sit there and I tell I probably shouldn't put my provider out there, but I tell my insurance what the fuck happened. They gonna come by and say nobody at fault. Are you kidding me? Are you joking? This gotta be a joke. Scam. By the way, traded the car and never got the shit fixed because fuck you. Like, what do you mean?
It's a scam.
Are you joking me? You're not about to sit there and tell me that nobody was at fault after I told you I was going 0 miles per hour. How the fuck could I possibly be at fault for that? How? You know what? And this was actually a long time ago. I think a friend of mine, Shelton, shout out to you if you're watching. He was there with me, and he actually had to calm me down because I was going to cuss out the man and whoever the broad was with him. Okay, because I'm on the way to the mall. I'm trying to have a good day, and they fucked it up all over for me. That was a long time ago. Just now, I'm going to tell you right now what the problem I have with the city of Las Vegas, the taxi drivers.
Wrap them up. Hang them up.
Listen, I don't know what the driver's ed is or what kind of test they have to be able to pass a screening to drive a taxi cab and have other people's lives in their car. We need to pack them the fuck up. We just do.
Yeah, get them out of here.
They are liabilities, okay?
Get them out of here.
And then it's like they do stuff and then act like they didn't do stuff. Like, you knew what you was doing. They'll sit there and look at me when I start cutting up around you. You'd be like, what you doing? Hey, you know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're trying to take my life and I'm trying to get away from you.
You asked for it.
That's what
Actually,
I'm doing.
I'm going to be honest. I'm sorry. I like to do revenge on the road. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, you pissed me off. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, buddy. We have a problem, and we're about to start playing bumper cars. And I'm gonna be the first one to get the hit in. Because he was looking at me like I was crazy. You thought so? Just as long as mine wasn't as bad, but it was still enough to piss me off because it happens with them all the time. I'm sitting there just trying to go live my life. I'm in the right lane, prepping for my street to come up for me to make my right turn. And there's a turning lane right next to me, right, where people are supposed to turn right there while I keep going straight. Well, the taxi decided that he didn't want to turn right anymore, and instead of using a blinker and allowing to check and see if he is able to go, he just decided to put the blinker on and go anyways. Whole time I'm sitting right there. Now, granted, I haven't, I'm just on the way here, just trying to drive and get to my destination in peace. Nobody's speeding, okay? I haven't started driving like a
Californian.
I was gonna say a gooner, but these days there's a different definition for that.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say gooner, but I'm not driving like a YN for real. I'm trying to get away in the getaway V. I'm not driving like that yet. Now, once that happened, well, he didn't piss me off. So, I had to put my shit in sport. I had to get around, zoom up on his ass, and get right in front of him. And then I braked. I didn't do a hard brake. I just did a little flash of the red light so he could scare him up a little bit. Just get him a little jump. Because who the fuck did you hate? I'm just saying.
Bounce back into reality.
And this is all alleged. I don't know. I might have made this up in my head because it may not have actually happened. But all I'm saying is, and what makes it worse is that these are taxi drivers. They have other people's lives in the car. Y'all need to just be more responsible. Like, I'm sorry, I understand you got places to be and you're trying to hurry up and get there, but like, you need dates. I'm just saying, I'm in the car as well, buddy. Speaking as somebody who would take a taxi, please be considerate of my life as well, because there are people like, me or may not be me, allegedly me on the road, who will get back at your ass. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
And I think for me, like, I was so shook. Like, I was shaking. That's how bad it was. And it's mainly because, yes, I have insurance, but being that insurance is a scam, you really would never know how it can play out. Like, you can literally, if you don't have, like, a camera that caught the whole incident, like, the insurance can flip and manipulate the situation to be however they need it to be to benefit them. So for me, I always get shook before something happened because, again, you don't know how extreme it can end up being. The lady, she was so old, she could have just kept pressing on the freaking gas and ran me until my car started flipping. Because, I don't know, just for me, when older people are just out there, like, baby, you can't see. You can't see.
Okay, legally blind, you can see barely.
You literally got your chest on that steering wheel, which is so dangerous. It's just so many things that come into play with that, to where, like, when I looked over at her, I know I had the most fucked up face. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I was ready to just, like, and it's mainly because, like, you literally saw me, and you have a passenger. He's supposed to be helping you. Like, hey, no. But yet y'all both sitting there looking at me like I'm in the wrong. Where was I supposed to go? I'm hemmed up by you in the curve. Like, I can't do nothing but brake.
She probably is very against passenger seat driving. Everybody
I ain't gonna
hates
lie.
passenger seat driving.
I had to take a shot before I came up in here because my nerves was bad.
She did, and she didn't bring my chaser, so I didn't get to have one.
I'll take
L
it straight.
friend, I ain't gonna lie. L friend, hey, I'm sorry. She got to go pack her up, because how you gonna sit there and bring the liquor and not bring my damn chaser? You know I need it.
Sorry.
And it was tequila. If it wasn't tequila, we could probably talk. But y'all know I don't do, well, if you don't know, you're going to know now. I don't do shots of tequila straight. Tequila is the worst bottom of the barrel drink. I'm sorry.
It is.
It is. All alcohol is bad tasting. Obviously, it's not supposed to be, tasting good. But it's like that. Tequila didn't even try. At least other liquors tried to give a little bit of it.
I got a chaser for you.
Oh, look. The Pod Stew executive got a chaser for me. I like that. Shout out to the Pod Stew, okay? Because now I'm about to get up in the car and have me a shot too for my little run-in as well. And then I'm not even going to sit there and, well, we don't have to prolong this conversation, but hey, if you drive a pickup truck, just know that I hate you, okay?
And it's crazy because I want a pickup truck.
She's the fucking worst.
I want a Raptor. Just putting that out there. That is my dream car.
She is the worst.
But
okay.
They are a little dangerous, and I think that's why I want one, so I can run people off the road like they've been trying to do me for the last
Hey, a pickup truck can try. It's a couple of them who didn't try, but just know, like I said, I'm gonna play back. I'm not going out like no bitch, okay, buddy. I'm in the paint with you, okay. Me and my Camry, we finna. Hey,
ski skirt.
Just know that I'm gonna get some licks in before you take me off. That's all I'm saying.
No, yeah, I totally agree, but let's not prolong it. Y'all know what to do.
Sorry.
When you get out there, pay attention. But on the other side, I know our last EP, we said that we were going to talk about Baddies. So let's get into the last episode of Baddies. I honestly don't know what episode number it was, but today Baddies come on and it's the final episode. So the reunion, not the reunion, final episode. So the episode before today, we're going to talk about.
The episode, okay, so look, hold on, because now we got to get something cleared up, because it's hard to remember. But the episode that was last Sunday that we watched was the one where, what's her name, seized out, and they had the issue in the club, Jayla, and Homegirl.
And it was Anna and Summer mainly going at it.
Right. Okay. Yes. Because.
And then they had that meeting with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that is the one. Sorry, I thought she wanted to do the Tommy one, but it's okay.
No. So that one was bullshit too. But we gonna stay current. Yeah. We're gonna try to stay as current as possible. So last episode, mind you, we watch Baddies every Sunday. We have our Baddie shot o'clock. We have our Baddie shot o'clock ready. But the one thing I wanted to touch on though that kind of stuck out to me, because we talked about it after the episode, was that Dolly. I love Dolly. So I'm gonna tell you who I like. I love Dolly to a certain extent. Like, Dolly can be cool, but then she can be like, okay, Dolly, you threw me for a win there. But my favorite all time, I don't care if she right, wrong, or nothing, I'm going to stick beside her. Big Lex. Big Lex is my girl. Like, not only is she pretty, like, even when it come down to her trying to get camera time, as they were saying in the comments for this episode that we're talking about, it wasn't too much. She stood behind her. She stood behind her girls, like how the OGs stand behind each other, and whether it's right or wrong, they're going to stick beside each other. New G's, because I think that's what they call it. Not new B's, it's new G's.
Well, Big Lex says new, or some of the new girls say new G's, but some of the OGs still say new B's, which I think is like, come on now, y'all need to grow up. I gotta be honest.
Big Lex really stand behind the new G's. Like, might not be everybody, but those who are in need of some form of backup, she gonna have your back, and she get along with pretty much everybody. She don't have like direct beef with anybody except for Ivory. But even when it comes down to them going out to bookends, her and Ivy can coexist without what happened on the last episode.
Being cordial,
because the scene where, of course, Summer. I've never really been a big fan of Summer, but I mean, Summer is Summer.
Literally. So what I said was, because at the start of it, I'm going to cut you off. At the start of it, Summer is so fucking annoying. I don't like Summer at the start, because it's like, girl, you just got up in here. What? I mean, I can understand as a new G, you do have something to prove a little bit, but at that point, Summer was just taking it too far. But after all this time, I've come to a point where I can respect Summer. I respect Summer and what she's about. Is it annoying and aggravating? Absolutely. But all I can do is respect it for her. It's annoying as hell.
And I agree. I agree, because she do a lot, sometimes too much. So we're just like, okay, now you just deserve to get your ass beat. But for the most part, she's not the type of I'ma talk all this and I'ma hide my hand. Like, she gonna stand 10 toes on what she said, and however you want to deal with it, we about to deal with it. And she don't care if she, win, lose, or draw, she in the paint. So that alone, you got respect from me, because at least I know you ain't faking the funk. And even if you faking the funk, it's still realistic, because you gonna stand behind whatever fake shit you on to make me believe that you're real. So, but the part of the EP, because, during this episode was where Summer pretty much inserted her opinion in what's her name?
Anna Scotty.
Scotty and Rolly situation that they had going on. So Scotty felt the way, pressed Summer. Anna felt the way that Summer did it as well. So they both jumped Summer. So this whole episode consisted of when they got off the boat, and Anna was pretty much trying to get her lick back from when Summer fired on her. Once Anna got her lick back, mind you, they had already jumped Summer. So Dolly and Big Lex was trying to tell Natalie, like, hey, you set us down and told us we had rules to follow, yet your OGs are not following those rules. Like, you don't want us jumping them, you don't want us sneaking them, yet they can do all that to us and we just got to sit here and take it. That's not fair. Which I totally agree. Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Everybody on there for everybody was picked to be on there because they were capable of catching fades on their own. So there's no excuse why nobody shouldn't be able to do that or why nobody is abiding by that. But when they had that conversation, Natalie basically told Dolly, like, okay, I'm going to have a talk with them, because you're right. I understand how y'all feel. Big Lex mad because she, like, y'all, which I feel her. This is where I come in at when I say I'm standing beside Big Lex. Because Anna, I don't like her and I don't not like her. But they do protect her a lot throughout this episode. Since the last 2 seasons that I've watched, they've been protecting her. And at first, I thought it was because she had surgery on her face. But if somebody has surgery on their face and they can't really fight, they're not about to act like they can or run up on people, sneak people, or just do the whole nine knowing that you can't be touched. Mm-hmm. And if this person can't be touched, their rules, they should be more restricted than anybody else because that's not fair. You can't beat on somebody and then be guarded when it's your turn. So Big Lex felt like that. Big Lex felt like, we've been sparing her because she little and because they probably had respect for the fact that she was an OG and they wasn't trying to really do all that. But now it came to a point to where she got to get her ones, and she do. Like, you be quick to want to fight Summer because of what she said on behalf of Scotty. Mind you, Anna wasn't in that situation. Anna inserted herself because Summer inserted herself. So again, now that Big Lex want to insert herself, it's a problem. But Anna, you was never a part of that. Mm-hmm. You just wanted to give your opinion on how you felt about what Summer was doing. It wasn't the fact that you were involved at all. But now that Big Lex wanted to insert herself, it's like, okay, well, Big Lex, you just want clout, all that. No, she literally doing the same thing Anna did. Literally. Only difference is she gon' beat everybody up. She gonna beat everybody up and everybody mad about it. But back to what I was saying. Natalie made it seem like she was gonna talk to them, but when she got in that sprinter, she did her big one. She really stirred the pot. Like, really stirred the pot, talking about they talking about y'all don't follow the rules. And I think she did say, like Big Lex said, she gonna whoop.
Yeah, she did. She had said that while Anna was in the sprinter.
Like, the conversation she made it seem like she was going to have with the OGs was that, y'all need to start following the rules, if we're going to be doing these bookings and if we're going to stay in line, y'all got to do da-da-da-da. Mind you, they're on the way to the booking when Natalie is saying this. Natalie pumping them up about how the newbies, Natalie is pumping the OGs up about how the newbies feel about them, letting them know like they pretty much trying to come and take y'all spot. Y'all need to do something. But whole time, that wasn't the conversation. That's not how the conversation went. So when they got to the booking, everybody on 10. Everybody. It's a free fall. And that's why I think Dolly and, what's her name again? Jayla. I was close.
You were actually.
That's why I think Dolly and Jayla really got into it because Natalie didn't set the tone correctly. She didn't.
Correct.
So
again, Natalie is the puppet master.
No, for real. So not only was disrespect allowed before the fight happened, it just amped them up even more. Mm-hmm. So she got to saying, we ain't never did this in the booking, and oh my God, baby, you set it up how you wanted it to play out.
Exactly.
And you running with it. You running with it full throttle. And it made me so mad because it's just like, Now it's really just a whole bunch of fake beef, and you can see it. Like, I get it, entertainment, I get it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I feel like it's always been like that, but now it's just a little bit more apparent.
Yeah, it's
hide
too
it.
obvious.
Yeah, they don't make too much of an effort to actually hide that the beefs are premeditated.
Right. But yeah, so that's my take on it, because I'm sticking beside Big Lex.
Yeah.
Tenfold.
And I love Big Lex as well. Let me see, who are my favorites? Anna used to be a favorite of mine, but the last 2 seasons she's been doing just a bit too much. A little bit. I don't know if that's what her I don't know if that's the role that they want her to play, so she had to kind of get into it. But Anna's kind of like, okay, she's cool, I guess. But Big Lex, Dolly is cool as well. I do like Ivory also. There's a lot of them actually that I'm failing to remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll say, because I'm going to say, most people probably know the OGs. So I'll say for the new Gs, it would be Big Lex, Ivory, and no, I'm sorry, I can't put Summer in my favorites list.
Yeah.
I can't. But just know I respect her. I respect her in her game. She's not in my favorites list though. But I definitely do think that was something, like the episode was just like, it's like, what can you really expect when you're dealing with Natalie? I ain't gonna lie, I've never liked Natalie since BGC season 4 or 7, whichever one she was in. I was not feeling her. I still don't feel her to this day. But unfortunately, this brain rot TV it's kind of entertaining a little bit, okay?
Yeah.
So I do watch it and I do indulge, but I can't say I'm surprised by how Natalie kind of moved that whole thing, because obviously something that she wanted came out of it. Now, what I was saying when the whole thing happened with Jayla and Dolly on the stage, because Jayla was on the mic trying to do something. I think she was singing some song or was rapping a song, and Dolly was trying to get into it, right? And, I don't know, the way how she was trying to do it, it did have a little bit of aggression in it, but it's like, hey, it's warranted because y'all done pissed her off. Like, you as an OG, you done pissed her off, so now she's going to get a little aggressive with you, and that's just kind of how it's gonna go. You gotta be ready for all the new G's to kind of jump up. It's a rebellion. That's what I was call it, a new G's rebellion. But I was saying, Jayla being in the sprinter, hearing what Natalie had to say, I would imagine that she would have been prepared for them to jump off. Because me personally, if I was an OG and I heard what Natalie was saying, oh yeah, they mad, so they probably gonna end up starting some shit. I'm gonna keep my head on the swivel, as they always say. So with Jayla doing that, I feel like Dolly should have been prepared for Jayla to react, or Jayla should have been prepared for Dolly to react, because obviously the shit was
intense.
It was intense, and it was tension all over the place. You had to know somebody was going to do something. You should have been ready. Me personally. Now I know Dolly was trying to still keep it cute for the sake of, they do know that they aren't supposed to be starting issues in the club, getting in the way of the bag, as they say.
Yeah.
But for that whole situation, I think it should have been, what's the word, anticipated, and it should have been better prepared for it, because then after that it was a riot on stage.
It was.
It was a riot on stage.
And I agree, because it seemed like nobody really got to get to one another. I think they let the OG, to be honest, I feel like they let the OGs really do their big one every time, and they hold back the newbies. And I only think that because I feel like the newbies are like heavy hitters. The heaviest hitters to me are Big Lex and Ivory. Mm-hmm. And Dolly too, not gonna lie. But what's the old girl name that got Dolly good?
The one that looked like the one that got her face like, I want to say Emma, but she's not on there
Emma
anymore.
Yeah, she's Emma homegirl.
Pretty P.
Yes, Pretty P a heavy hitter too. I ain't gonna hold you. Pretty P a heavy hitter, but you got to catch her when she ready.
Yeah.
She's standing in the paint. But the ones, no matter what, to me, that's gonna always. No matter how many seconds the security guards get them, they gonna get at least a few of them in, and that's Big Lex and Ivory, like all the time. Like it's not no miss, and they not breaking nothing. Like as far as like, oh, my finger broke, how they didn't broke, people didn't got their nose broke, fingers broke. Like they really come in with that heavy, and then I also feel like they really are wedging a separation gap only because of the simple fact I feel like the OGs be having conversations behind the scenes and be telling Natalie stuff like scary wise. But you know what I noticed too about the last episode? Rolly wasn't there at the booking. Rolly was not there, and I'm like, what the heck? And I'm hoping she say why she wasn't there, but they have that little round table talk that they have every last episode, and there's gonna be a lot of fights.
What's a round table talk?
That where when they was all sitting in that square.
Oh yeah, when they go out to the dinner.
Yeah,
but it's really just Baddies dinner, but it's really just a setup for a brawl. Nobody eats ever.
Summer got Anna good from the preview I saw. She got her pretty good, and I like that for her.
I would imagine so.
I like that for her only because Anna snuck her cold. Like they sit up here and try to say she talk too much, she do too much, and one time she not really doing enough. And I get it. Like if you feel like you can't get down with a person head on and really get your good one or do your big one when it's really y'all face to face, you gotta do some sneak shit. I get it. But that was just too much though. Especially since the whole time they was at the freaking getting off the boat, Natalie saying, y'all need to calm down, we need to go, we shouldn't be doing this in public. Yeah, Anna didn't, and she didn't say nothing to Anna.
That's right, at the ice cream place.
Yeah,
that was so insane.
She didn't say nothing to Anna. She just kept telling the newbies, y'all shouldn't be doing this, y'all shouldn't be doing this. The newbie is the one that got attacked.
Literally, she was the one that was assaulted. And my thing is, okay, because they in Hawaii, right? This is still Hawaii?
Yes.
Bitch, it's humid. It's hot. Let me eat my motherfucking ice cream. Don't hit me upside the head with no ice cream. Like, damn, we just had our shit on the boat.
I'm sweating because I'm full of liquor. I ain't got no food in my system.
Right, because we all know they don't eat. We know they don't eat a damn thing. They eat chips and tequila. Wait, what she say? She said tortilla chips and tequila. That's all they eat on Baddies. They don't be having no food for real. Let me get this ice cream in.
Right. And they said it was fire, too. I believe them because it did look good.
Trifling. Poor baby.
We'll touch bases on what happens on this final episode on our next EP. But I want to touch bases on something because, I don't know about you guys, but I do follow a lot of, and by follow, like, I'm a fan of a few of them, and I also keep up with a few, like, content creators and just like, what they call it, what are people who are like set good examples that a lot of people follow?
Oh, influencers?
Yes, influencers.
I think content creator creator and influencers, they go hand in hand.
Hand in hand, right? But some people they acknowledge themselves being more of a content creator, some of them being more of an influencer. So I don't know what they are, but so I follow what's her name?
Maybe somebody else will know it because I definitely don't.
Yeah, because she don't be. So Brooklyn. So not saying that I've been following her for a long time, but I recently, like probably like a year and a half, been like keeping up with her because when she would, I think it started with her when she started making videos or content, not videos, when she started making content with Mandisi. That's when I started like kind of really tapping into her and like really seeing like what her content was about. So the situation I'm going to be touching on, or that we're going to be touching on, is her and the situation that happened with Brooklyn, TeeTee, and GiGi. So they was at Rolling Loud, and mind you, Brooklyn and GiGi, I believe they live together, but if they don't anymore, they're best friends, like besties for lifers. TeeTee and Brooklyn, they've been on each other for a long time. They're not best friends, but they are close friends, I would say. Now, GiGi and Brooklyn, GiGi and TeeTee, and I know y'all know who GiGi is. GiGi is Kai Cenat's girlfriend. But GiGi and TeeTee aren't as close. Not saying that they're not. I still consider them friends because anybody, like this my dog. This my dog. And and if she got a best friend, let's just say she got a best friend or a close friend that she brings around me, I'm going to consider them my friend because I trust her judgment so much that if she is deciding that she wants somebody to be close to her, I need to be able to keep an eye on them too. So they gonna be my friend. But
Correct.
you know, the younger generation, the labels with them, they come and they go based off situations. It's a situational thing. So I think before this situation happened, GiGi and TeeTee would be considered friends. Not close friends or nothing like that, but they would consider themselves to be friends, as far as, you know, keeping up with each other, complimenting each other, or just having good things to say about each other. But they all went to Rolling Loud, and TeeTee designs her own clothes. So TeeTee designed her outfit. Mind you, she ate down. Baby ate down from head to toe. Like, I loved it. Every bit of it. She's a beautiful girl to me. She's so beautiful. She's young as hell, but she is so beautiful. And for her to have made the outfit she had on, so much talent.
Oh, yeah, Rolling Loud.
Yes, so much talent.
She put that shit on.
So she went to Rolling Loud with GiGi in Brooklyn. And they were streaming. I want to say it was Brooklyn Stream at that time. Like, Brooklyn was streaming from her equipment. And they had securities around during this time. And, of course, they had other people there. But those three were the main ones doing the situation. So, basically, an older man came up to TeeTee and was downplaying her outfit, downplaying how she looked, like, just making her feel very uncomfortable. And, you know, this is on a live stream, so a lot of people are tapped in. A lot of people are screen recording. A lot of people are just, you know, right there experiencing her uncomfortability with her. Because even when I watched it, I was uncomfortable. I was very uncomfortable, and aside from what GiGi, the response that GiGi and Brooklyn had, him alone was making me uncomfortable. Yeah. Just seeing her face, seeing how her demeanor, how her body language changed, like, it made me very uncomfortable. And then having to look a little over to the right, and just see GiGi and Brooklyn having a laugh of their life. Like, when I say busting up laughing, like, cracking up, and TeeTee just standing there, like, taking all of it in. She's taking people that she came with laughing at her, along with this man just downplaying her. And me, I'm just like, I wouldn't say I'm just like TeeTee, but I'm like TeeTee in a sense to where if somebody's like clowning me, I don't know how to clown. I don't got them fire comebacks. I'm ready to go to war. We about to fight.
Yeah,
because
she's not the comeback type. She just
I'm not.
Start
you about to make
flying fists at your
no,
head.
For real. You basically telling me you want me to get amped up. Like, you doing all this because you want me to get out of pocket, and I'm about to give you what you want, baby, because I don't got them. I don't know how to clown. And I feel like that's how GiGi is too. But instead of her being like a vocal, she's not really a vocal or a physical person. So for her, you can tell like she shut down in that moment. And she shut down in a way to where it could benefit her to be able to make it home in a sane manner, meaning like mentally make it home without breaking down or spiraling or embarrassing herself. Because again, when you're a content creator, you do have to watch what you say, what you do, how you react. And I think in that moment, she was really trying to grasp how to be there for herself, because nobody stood in the paint for her. Nobody stepped in and said nothing. Now, if somebody...
Well, we're going to keep it like this, right? That's the fighter. I'm the shit talker. And y'all probably know that by now. I think y'all can kind of guess that I'm the shit talker. Now, I don't do it, willingly or I'll say unwarrantedly, right? Yeah. If I'm shit talking you, just know that you did something. Right. In an instant like this, homeboy step up, it was TeeTee or is it Brooklyn?
TeeTee. He stepped up to TeeTee.
Homeboy stepping up to TeeTee, me being the person who came with her or is there with her. I'm watching him, and the second I hear you say something out of pocket, I'm not gonna lie, I'm on your ass, buddy. Now I'm gonna be 100% with you. I don't have fire comebacks, but just know I'm finna keep on going. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck come to my head. I'm going on and on and on. You're not getting a word in with me. You're just simply not. Because I'm looking at you from head to toe. I'm on anything you got on right now. Okay, and then I'm looking at you. I'm finna listen. I'm just saying, you want to be loud, I can get loud too.
I'm finna cook.
I'm gonna be louder as a motherfucker. You're not gonna say nothing. Nobody gonna hear nothing you saying. All they gonna hear is me, and then you just gonna be embarrassed, and then you gonna want to fight. And then, well, hey, guess we all. It's a brawl. It's a brawl at that point.
It's time to Tag your man.
Man, somebody be like, look, tag her in. She's in there, okay? Because
no, for real.
I'm gonna get on your ass verbally if that's what you really want to get into. If that's and I feel like with this, it definitely does in my head, because I didn't get to see it firsthand. But in my head, I'm like, it definitely depends on what the dynamics of their friendship is. Because if it was me and her, obviously that's different. We are well known to be, two peas in a pod. We locked in tight like a booty hole. Like everybody knows that. So if somebody step into her immediately, even when we go out, if anybody come up to her, I'm already looking at you, because I'm like, well, hey, do you know her? Does she know you? Does she want you in her face? I need to understand what's going on. Especially if it's a man. Because now you too close.
Yeah.
You too close. Who is you?
Stranger danger.
Facts. We is stranger danger in the club, okay? So when it gets into that, it's like, hey, now, as somebody who, regardless, somebody coming with us somewhere, I'm not gonna say you're under our protection, but we gonna have your back.
Yeah, if we invite a third party, you gonna receive the same energy we have with each other.
Correct.
Like, you're not gonna be excluded. Mm-hmm. Like, we're not gonna get together. Just because we're closer, we're not gonna be like, oh well, shit, we just invited her. She got her. No, we invited you. We just like we come together, we leave together. That's, same thing when it come down to if somebody stepped to you. No,
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, she came with us.
We invite anybody with us, as we coming out, you come with us. If it were, I feel like if the roles were reversed, something would have definitely had to happen. If I was to see whoever I brought with me or we brought with us, we on that. I'm just saying, we're not sitting back laughing. I don't really care about none of the extra stuff.
And we drink. We get drunk. Because I know a lot of people in the comments were saying, like, oh, they were drunk. They were under the influence. That's why they were laughing.
I was about to say that, too.
I don't. We drink.
If anything, that makes it worse.
Right. You better tread lightly coming over here, because we going to protect strangers. You don't even have to come with us.
Facts.
If we see you on bullshit with somebody in the club and that person, we can tell that they uncomfortable and you taking advantage, we on your ass.
Listen, ain't shit funny. I don't care how drunk I am. If you look like you messing with my people, there's nothing funny.
Nothing.
Nothing's funny at all. At that point, matter of fact, all the drunkenness go out the window.
Right.
Now it's just straight aggression.
But
I don't know. I guess it depends on the person, though. Yeah. Not everybody reacts the same way when it comes to liquor. But regardless of when it comes to you being under the influence of anything, if you are a friend or if that's who you are as a person, that's what you're going to do no matter what it is.
And that's the truth. That is the truth. And I think that the one thing that stuck out to me was that, yes, the main focus, based off the stream, the live stream, the main focus was on GiGi, Brooklyn, and TeeTee. But later on, with the clips that they revealed, a girl did come up, because, again, the guy stayed way too long. That was the red flag right there. They allowed him in that space with them for too long. Mm-hmm. And it seemed like they were really clip farming. But a girl, I don't know if she is a content creator, but she came and she kind of like stepped in and kind of took the focus off TeeTee. She didn't necessarily come up to that boy he a boy to me, I don't give a fuck. He didn't come up to that man and was like, you need to back the fuck up and leave. She was just pretty much allowing him to focus on her, or like downplay her now and get it off of TeeTee, because I'm pretty sure she read the room. But my main thing is that they had security guards. Like, if you felt in that moment, and I'm speaking for GiGi and Brooklyn, because, of course, TeeTee couldn't really, you can tell in the videos, and for me, I think because I am a communications major, so I know how to decipher body language very well. So for me, it's different. When I watch people's demeanor change, I can see how they feel without them having to verbally express it. So I get not everybody has that knowledge, but sometimes it is common sense.
No, it is. It actually is.
Yeah,
not a communications major, you can look at somebody's body language and see if they're being, if they're uncomfortable. So we're not going to sit there and put it on education, because a lot of y'all don't have that. Don't worry. I can say that because I don't have education, so it's okay. But just know it's common sense, buddy. It's common sense.
She's like, she has education. But I felt like during that time, instead of clip farming, because that's what I felt they did. They should have just told, because again, he was a grown man. So if they felt like they couldn't get him out of their, out of their space that they were maintaining, they could have asked the security to take him away.
Security.
You know, like, again, I know they don't want to be like physically aggressive because of how they're influencers. You know, a lot of people are watching them. They got to move correctly. That's why you have your security guards there. Get this person up out of here. They could have said, okay, you know, we get it. We understand. Okay, you had your time. It's time to go. You know, but what really topped it off for me, and what made me like, I would have beat the fuck out of both of them. I ain't gonna hold you. And that's only because I don't play about, you know, my respect, because I'm a really nice person. I respect everybody. Even when situations do get like hefty, I still try to find the good in people, and I really try to maintain peace. Like, you know, so how TeeTee reacted once they got in the car should have let them know, like, they shouldn't have been doing what they was doing. So basically what they did was they replayed the whole video they had, or like, I guess whoever screen recorded the situation with TeeTee and the guy, they played it again in the car. So they made her relive that uncomfortable situation, and not only did they make her relive it, they laughed at it so hefty. Like, they were they laughed at it so loud, or they was laughing so loud, like you couldn't even hear the video. And all TeeTee could do was just sit there and just, you know, smile and laugh.
Like some hyenas.
You know, but you can tell that she was just so uncomfortable. Like, and in my head, because, you know, they're sending out all these apologetic videos, but it's not an apology saying, like, I was wrong. They did say, oh, I should have said this, but they keep saying, well, she said she didn't feel no type of way, and so everybody just keep trying to come up with their own narrative. Of course she's going to say she didn't feel no type of way. She don't want no problem. She got to make it home safe. You know, she don't want to make this trip be even more uncomfortable than it already is for her. So she's going to say what she has to say to make it home in a graceful manner without bringing more negativity to the trip. You know, so they were more so, like, with their responses was more so to cover them and not acknowledge how she feel. Not once did they say, you know, I see where I went wrong, and she had every right to feel how she felt, because looking back, I probably would have felt the same way, and moving forward, you know, they was just like, well, she said that she didn't feel no type of way, and I did this and I did that. Like, you know, they're trying to cover up how they looked throughout that situation. But in all reality, that's not how you should have been coming. You should have been really apologetic to that girl and really been acknowledging her feelings at that moment, since you didn't acknowledge it when the situation was playing out. And so for us, for me, I wanted to touch bases on that because it shows how a lot of friendships are a scam. You know, like, a lot of people bring people into their environment just to do them dirty, make them belittle them or make them feel low, because they're scammers. They only want to use you to help them with either their streams or their numbers, or like their not their content, but like help build up their fan base. Yeah. You know, they want to scam you out of whatever you can bring to the table for them, that'll help benefit them, which is fucked up.
Selfish.
You know?
It's real selfish.
No, it is.
And that's how people can be in general. That's why it just, when you are you are true to yourself, I'll say, true to yourself, and you do have respect, and you are actually, well, I'm not going to say a good person, because I feel like a good person can be defined by many different things, but if you have your own values as a person, you know how not to move and what to do in the event that, you know, something do happen, something shaky. We'll start off right there with the apologies. Apologies, you're obviously apologizing for something that you did to make somebody feel away. You shouldn't be apologizing to protect how you look around people. That's literally not what apology is. It's not what it is. So in that moment, your apology is not genuine, and at that point, you might as well just keep it to yourself, because what are you apologizing for if you're not actually apologizing? So it's you just gotta watch who you got around you, and we've been through a couple friendships, so we've been able to kind of like sit back and just do some reflection and kind of move accordingly, and make sure that we are aware of who we got around us, basically, when it comes to us as a duo, I guess we'll say. But I think it's important for everybody out there to do, the same. Make sure you watch who you got around you, and make sure you, attest to how they are as a person. Y'all don't have to be the exact same. We are the same in a lot of ways, but we are very different as well.
Yes.
But so they don't have to be the exact same as you, but y'all have to at least have the same friendship values. If y'all look for the same thing in a friendship, y'all gonna be okay. If y'all looking for something different, hey, I'm looking for somebody to support me and do everything, not do everything that I want to do, but like, what is it called when you like, not support, it's like when you, I cannot think of it, but it's like somebody who is just not gonna egg on what they do, whether they're wrong or right. It's like, no, you need somebody who gonna be with you, really have your best interests at heart, and not just for you to just suck in everything they have and not give anything back. Not that it has to be transactional, but you should want to do something for somebody who you're calling your friend. If you're gonna get something from them, you should want to do something for them as well. That's just how we feel friendships should be. But y'all have your own definitions, I guess. Y'all move how y'all want to.
Yes, and that's really important now that summer is coming, because a lot of people are going to be vacationing, and a lot of people are going to be going on trips.
They outside.
A lot of people are really it's like they get together and form these groups of people who may, like she was saying, have the same, like the same things or have the same motives. So they feel like, we should get together and travel. Just really put more into consideration than just having the same, liking the same things, having the same job, or however it may be. Just put more into consideration, because once you feel out of body or once you feel out of place, it's hard to reel that back in, especially when you're around people who, you don't spend a lot of your time with, that you really don't know. But also, too, summer is coming. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be very, if y'all want to touch bases on it, I will. Summer is coming. If you're in a relationship, get tight. Tighten that shit up. But if you're not, ain't no reason why you need to try to be. Summer is a time where you really reflect and just travel and just have a good time. Like, you shouldn't be stressing, depressing, or nothing over nobody at all. So, really think about that. Tighten up in y'all relationship so y'all can enjoy summer together. And if you're not in a relationship, don't try to be in one. Focus.
Now's not the time.
Now's not the time. Situationships is cool, though. But, focus on really just having the time of your life. It don't matter how old you are. Of course, if you're younger, do it in a respectable manner so where you're not disrespecting yourself or your parents. But if you're older, fuck them. Fuck everybody. Enjoy life. Like, this is, and I want to preach this as much as I can, because I don't think people understand how much summer can really, help them mentally.
Oh yeah, that what they call it, seasonal depression is out when summer hits the door.
Yes,
summer's here. It's time for happiness,
especially those who are, especially the people who are really in the gym getting ready. Like, stay tapped in, because once that 100-degree, 90-degree weather hit, it's your time to shine, baby. It's your time to shine.
Y'all got that though, because I'm not in the gym and I'm still gonna be shining.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold y'all. I've been trying to
Belly
get to the
is
gym.
out.
I've been trying to get to the gym, I swear, but I don't have a workout partner.
All I'm saying is, if
I don't have a workout partner.
If you want to go to the gym, buddy, you don't need a partner.
You don't, but
okay.
I have
anxiety.
It's
completely okay.
Anxiety.
Put some in your ears. Put your what the fuck the function? What the fuck the function?
It's so hard though.
The way I feel right now, I feel like we need to be all alone. Oh, sorry.
No, listen. I think for me, like, I don't be wanting to do nothing crazy. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have like a guide that I follow, but I just hate looking stupid on certain equipments. And when I gotta look stupid by myself, I'm gonna fuck around and not come back.
Wait, you know what that reminds me of? Them TikToks where it be like, What's one that I seen when people get embarrassed and they start saying they gotta shoot the place up because they embarrassed? That's what it's giving when you sitting up in there trying to go like this, fucking equipment. Somebody see you.
It's the let me sit my stupid ass down,
bro, and that's okay. Sometimes it's 0-1s. Like you gotta do that. I used to go to the gym when I used to go to UNLV out here in Las Vegas, and that was actually my first time having a gym to actually be able to use. I used to be up in there looking crazy all types of ways, but guess what? I don't know y'all. I don't give a fuck about what y'all see. Just know, yeah, I'm looking crazy, but watch when I get this shit right. Y'all gonna be looking at me like she doing her fucking thing. You damn right, okay? Trial and error. It's okay.
I be telling myself that too. I do, because it's not like I never was consistent in the gym. It's just that now that I got a gym membership to a new gym that's like kind of really like a really popular gym in Vegas, I'm kind of like, I don't know, like, you know, because I even had an experience where a guy came up to me and like told me, like, in the middle of, mind you, it was a large space, so everybody wasn't packed on one another to where you couldn't see other people. Like, you can see everybody. Mm-hmm. He came up to me. He was like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to be using that type of." I forgot what it's called, but you're not supposed to be using that. You're supposed to be using that one. And then he kind of like starts showing me how to do it. And I mean, in those moments, those are the type of people you want to approach you, of course. But for me, it's just like, I'm so like, I have so much anxiety. I just be like, God damn, everybody didn't see him come over here and tell me that I was doing something wrong. I left. Granted, I came back, but I started coming in at the nighttime. I wasn't coming in the morning no more.
And I guess it's more easy, easier said than done, especially when you do have like, we'll say social anxiety.
Yes.
Because it can be embarrassing, but I don't know. I feel like for me, I've had a very embarrassing life growing up. So it's like, hey, I embarrass myself all the time sometimes, especially through school. And through school, I was always doing some shit, had everybody looking at me, and I'm just like,
yeah.
And I mean, and as an adult, when you're younger, it's like, okay, you sad about it, but as an adult, I learned from it, and I'd be like, shit happens. Yeah, you're right. I had my back on the thing that you're supposed to be sitting on, and I'm lifting my legs up like this. You damn right. But guess what? I'm gonna figure it out, and I probably was getting something out of that anyways. You're right. I probably wasn't supposed to be laying on it. I was supposed to be sitting on it. But guess what? I'm working out my calves still. So now what? Like, it's called being innovative. Just be creative.
Yes. For
like,
real. I'm gonna try my best to make it there this week, because once I start, I know I'm not gonna stop, but I just gotta start. That's the hard part. I literally have all my gym clothes, everything lined up, membership, everything. I just gotta start.
She do, and she be trying to get me to go with her, and I be like, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm the kind of person who I'm not easily persuaded. Okay, if I don't have my own goals to be in the gym, I'm not going to the gym. I got to be honest. But even if I did feel like I wanted to go, I'm fortunate to where I do live in a family home where everything is pretty much there for me. So I am fortunate. And for her too, I did tell her she can come and use it, but she want the good stuff, the kind that you could lay back and go like these with. I don't have that there, but I got like a treadmill and some yoga balls. If I really want to do something, I could do it without using
going
gas.
To the gym. Yeah,
mainly gas though,
money,
because gas is I don't have money. By the way, I'm homeless.
No,
so
she
like,
lied.
there goes that.
She lied.
There goes that. But like it's. I'm not the kind of person, if I don't want to do it, I'm just not going to do it. It's as simple as that.
And that's why I love her. No lies. That's why I love her, because I don't like a weak bitch. If anything, she's showing me something. She's telling me, stand up.
She was like,
stand up.
She was like, you want to go to the gym tonight? And I was like, I'm not going to lie. I had no plans. I actually was about to get in the shower and go to bed. But what I say after that, you should definitely go. Absolutely, girl. Yes. You better get up in there. You better get your body right, T, because okay, look, like I said earlier, I'm having my belly out. I don't give a damn. You know why?
I love the confidence.
Niggas love it. Anyway, so it don't matter. I still take her nigga at the pool party. I gotta be honest with you.
She will. And I'm gonna be.
He's still gonna eat my
right
ass.
beside her. Oh, whoa,
hey, Paul, hey, yo, what? Hey.
What's that TikTok?
That was probably a little much, but you get what I was saying.
All right. So before we go, because I do know that every EP, we always ask you guys, comment, like, subscribe. But we really like when you guys comment things that you guys feel is a scam, or like that society is doing to scam us individuals that live in this floating planet.
We're victims.
Yeah. So we do have a comment from dubchaser.702. I'm gonna read exactly what he messaged us, but just decipher how it's supposed to be properly said. I'm just read it word for word. He said, "What do you think about USA soldiers being sent to different countries and taking care other countries instead of our borders?"
Is there more?
Which I like because our soldiers are going to be with family and actually be at our border more. What I don't like is the terrorists what I don't like is the terrorists because it looks like he playing with fire with starting war with the wrong ones. So he basically saying like it's more of a distraction. So in a sense, I'm not really familiar with a lot of things that go on behind the scenes with the soldiers, and I don't really tap into that because it's so stressful. It causes me to just stutter. But I do feel what he's saying, because knowing that we have soldiers that go out and protect, because Imani was telling me how it works, and I'm gonna let her talk about it. But from what I grasp from what she's saying and what he's saying, it's like, yes, there are soldiers that go out and protect and defend other countries, but I think what he's saying is that it would be nice for them to protect and defend us with how with everything going on now that Trump is president. We don't really know how everything's going to end and play out, but knowing that we have that protection, I think would make people feel more comfortable, especially knowing that the people who are protecting us, their families also live here and who will also need the protection. But go ahead and tell them because, yeah.
Listen, I'm going to go ahead and preface this with, do I look like I know anything about politics? Okay? Let's just preface that, let's start there, right? These days, I actually choose to stay as far away as possible from politics because it is very depressing and just blow the whole country up at this point. But I'll say, in retrospect to the question, I actually need some clarity because when you say borders, right, me as somebody who does not, dabble in politics that often, when I hear the words border, I'm thinking like, immigration. That's what I'm thinking. So to me, it kind of seems like the question is, hey, should they be at other countries or should they be watching the borders to make sure we don't have any immigrants coming in? Well, and then that's exactly how I'm interpreting the question. So I don't remember the name, but
Dubchaser702.
Dubchaser. If I'm wrong in interpreting your question, you could let me know. Put me on in the comments. But just as I'm hearing it, how do I say this without being too politically, ignorant or whatever? I'm know I'm gonna say it, but just know I don't mean no harm by it. But this is just how I'm thinking. Are immigrants really a threat?
Right, no, for real.
That's something that I've been trying to understand from the whole get-go with the whole build the wall and all of that stuff. What really is the threat when it comes to immigrants? They're stealing our jobs and they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats, whatever he say. I don't know nothing about that, but excuse me, if anything, well, I don't want to say that either because that'll probably come off I feel like the borders, if we're talking about, in relation to immigration, it's really actually never been that serious, right? Now, if we're talking about, things like, I don't know, El Chapo and...
Or China trying to bomb us.
And whatever the other person is that was like a major drug lord back in the 70s or something. I forgot his name. Narcos. If y'all watch Narcos, y'all know who I'm talking about. If we're talking about people like that, then maybe we should probably, but when we're talking about just people trying to come into, the United States or whatever for better living, that's how I understand is literally what immigrants do. They come here for better livings, to have better opportunities, to achieve the American dream, which may or may not actually be real anymore. But you know, like that's what it is, and it's not causing any real harm. Like, hey, they're coming here to, you know, I don't want to say that either, but y'all love me some tacos. They're coming here to open up the Robertos and get the corn mans. Listen, we need more corn man in Las Vegas. That's all I'm saying. They be in the Walmart shopping centers and stuff. Y'all need to make it more local. I need to see me a corn man again. I miss my elote. Okay,
me too.
Come on now. And so I don't really understand what is there to protect when it comes to immigrants, if that is what we're talking about when we're talking about the borders. Now, other countries, I don't really know. You know, in hindsight, with our history, that is where they should be. Like, you know, the soldiers should be in other countries just kind of making sure nothing gets off. Because what I was saying was, based off of my very minimal knowledge from, you know, of politics and U.S. armies and stuff, and just thinking back on a little bit of history that I do remember from high school, that I understand the United States does have allies around the world where at some point, I want to say it was after one of the wars that happened, we did agree to provide protection to certain countries to prevent additional wars, so that way not everybody is going. So we don't have another World War III, basically. That's how I understand it. Is to give the protection so that there is not another war breaks out, because we are supposed to be gearing up if somebody else gets threatened. You know, like if something happens at another country, I don't remember which ones, but if something happens over there, we stepping in and we squaring up type stuff. That's how I understand it. So to me, it's like that. That's what we're supposed to do, is it not?
Right.
Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know something. That's
no,
how I
and,
think.
and I totally agree with that because, you know, for me, I don't really know too much about politics either. I don't. So when it comes down to, you know, us being protected from if something pop off, to be honest, I don't know how much protection we can have, because if they're not protecting us from the president himself, I mean, it's just gonna turn into a shit show anyway.
It is.
Because he's gonna allow whatever he can allow for his benefit. He don't really care about us citizens anyway, you know. So rather the soldiers do stand, you know, around the United States and protect us, you know, it really doesn't matter, because if he wants different, he's gonna do whatever he can to get different, you know, whether it be a war happening just so he can sit back and laugh at us dying, he will do that.
That's what I'm
Best
saying.
believe, you know?
How we talking about protection, and y'all literally, you let a felon in the office, in the White House. Hey, if we're talking about protection, let's really talk about protection, okay? You put a Y in the White House.
You did, and you guys.
You put a gangster in the White House. The very people that y'all saying the soldiers should protect us from is in the White House.
And you guys are making ski masks that say "Make America Great Again" in red, and it's just not fair. It's just not right.
Now, listen, I'm just saying, if we're talking, we have a new. I'm not gonna say we have it, but as I see it's unfolding now in the country, there is a new racial profile. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's not black people in ski masks and hoodies anymore. I'm just saying.
It's not.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Y'all know what comes next. We ain't gonna do too much right there.
We ain't. So we gonna wrap this EP up, y'all. Now, don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. But also, too, don't forget to comment below. We love shouting you guys out, acknowledging what you guys are saying. We love constructive feedback. We're not weak bitches. Come on now. We're not. I'm sorry. We love a good negative brawl in the comments.
Tell me something.
Come
Let me know
on.
something.
Bring the fire. But again, summer coming. Keep it in mind. It's about you this summer, baby. Don't let nobody tell you different.
That's fine.
Right.
Wait, hold on. Before we close out all the way, yes, summer coming. I'm going to tell you, all you DJs who happen to see this, I better hear Nokia. I don't care. The Kendrick and Drake shit is over. Put Drake back in rotation, because if I don't hear Drake this summer, there's going to be a problem. Love y'all.
Love you.
Sign it out.